If you've watched our channel for any length of time, you've probably seen us talk about results like these, where we're driving hundreds of thousands in revenue from social media advertising for our clients. You can see results like these too with the right strategy in place. So if you're ready to take control of your social media advertising and start driving real results, I'm talking about more than just followers and likes, I'm talking about website conversions and lead form completions, then keep watching because today I'm sharing an all-around social media advertising tutorial that will help you lay the foundation for a profitable social media advertising strategy. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Brandy with LYFE Marketing, the digital marketing agency with a mission to help small businesses grow. Today, I'm going to show you how to create a profitable social ad campaign. But first, I need y'all to look at something. You see this? Over 90% of y'all are watching but not subscribing. What is that? Before we get into today's video, I need you to like this video and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of the business growing videos we put out every single week. It's for your own benefit, so get on that. All right, so what I prepared today is a 9-step plan to get you started with social media advertising with pitfalls to avoid along the way. So let's jump in with step number 1, research the different social media platforms. You need to determine which social media platform has the largest pool of your target audience. That is the platform you'll want to advertise on. Most people just automatically gravitate to Facebook because it has the largest user base, and as a result, it does usually have a portion of everybody's target audience on the platform. But for example, if your target audience consists of millennial women and you own an e-commerce home decor store, Pinterest may be the better place to start advertising. I have a whole video discussing the top advertising platforms and what makes each of them appealing, so I would suggest you include watching that video as a part of your research. But overall, you'll want to figure out where your target audience spends the majority of their time and money. Is it on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, LinkedIn? Whichever platform it is, that's where you'll want to start advertising first. All right, so then step 2 is to audit what you've done on that platform so far. But before we get into that, here's a quick message from Sherman.
Hey, we just helped a small business make over $1.5 million in revenue through Facebook advertising. And guess what? After managing millions of dollars in ad spend for thousands of different small businesses, I have decided to host a free training session to show you how to do this stuff yourself. So what do you have to lose? Go ahead and click the link below to get started.
I'll put a link for that in the description if you're interested. But all right, back to our platform audit. If you don't yet have a business account on the platform you've decided to utilize, you'll need to start there. Setup will vary a little from platform to platform, but you'll generally want to create a business account or page and then also set up your ad account for that platform along with a tracking pixel from that ad account. Now, we have our videos organized by playlist and platform. So if you scroll through our channel, you can find playlists for Facebook marketing, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, and so on. That way, if you need a tutorial on how to create a Facebook business page or set up an ad account or install a tracking pixel on your website, etc., you can find what you need for the platform you need it. But beyond just getting your account set up, if you haven't already, you'll want to make sure that they're optimized. That's why step 2 is to audit what you've done so far on the platform. Because even if you already have an account set up, you'll need to adjust things to ensure it's optimized for your audience and for the platform. For example, on Instagram, that could mean changing your bio to include keywords now that keywords are searchable on Instagram. For us, we have the words digital marketing agency and online marketing in ours so that if someone is typing those words into the Instagram search bar, we're hopefully one of the top accounts to appear. Or on Facebook, this could mean making sure every little thing in your About section is filled out so people know how to contact you by phone, website, or your physical location. Overall, you just want to jot down a list or make a spreadsheet of the things you have done on the platform to date, including the content you've posted, ads you've ran, or how much of your general page setup is completed, because you'll need this information in the next step. Which brings us to step number 3, conduct a competitor analysis. In a competitor analysis for social media, you specifically study their social media accounts and ads to see what they're doing well, what they're doing poorly, and what your shared target audience responds to well from them. So you'll first need to pinpoint either your direct competitors or general interest accounts with a shared target audience or both. I usually start with any direct competitors you can, but if they don't have social media accounts, you can move to indirect competitors and general interest accounts. And by general interest accounts, I mean, let's say, for example, you sell chessboards. You might find an account called Chess Lovers Club or something. They're not a competitor in the sense that they sell chessboards, but they likely have an audience that will be interested in what you sell. So once you've pinpointed 3 to 5 accounts to study, take inventory on what they're posting, the ads they're running, if any, how they engage with their audience in the comments or on stories, what their bios look like, and anything else worth noting. You then want to compare this information with the info you gathered in step 2 about what you're currently doing. Anything you're doing better at than them, or more importantly, worse at than them, you're looking for any clear takeaways on what you can do differently to better relate to your target audience on social media and strengthen your social media presence. And here's a pro tip for you. You can spy on your competitors' ads by looking at their Facebook page. Go to their page, scroll down to the page transparency section, click see all, and scroll down to ads from this page. And it will tell you if they're running Facebook ads or not. If they are, then click add library and you can scroll through to see all the ads they're running. And you can see from the little gray icons if they're running the ad on Instagram as well. Even if you're studying your competitors for Pinterest or Twitter or something as opposed to Facebook and Instagram, this tool can still give you some insight into the general messaging and creatives your competitors are delivering to your shared target market. All right, once you've got a list of CTAs for yourself on what you can improve upon in your social media presence, it's time to move on to step number 4. Determine your goal and what you want from your social ads. Before you go any further, you need to figure out what action you want your audience to take from your social media ads. Where are they at in your funnel, and therefore, what makes the most sense for them to do next? Exchange their contact information for a lead magnet? Get a discount code encouraging them to purchase directly on your website? We have videos on marketing funnels and sales funnels, and I suggest you watch both of those if you're a little lost on this step, because it's important that you see the bigger picture of your potential buyer's entire customer journey. With purchases that are a higher price point, or in the instance of most B2B and service-based businesses, it's going to take more than seeing one social media ad to convert a follower into a customer. Whereas lower price purchases and impulse buys can usually get away with asking for the sale a little earlier on. You need to understand what it takes to convert your customer and where your customers are usually at in that process when they run into your ad on social media, so that you can create an effective social media advertising campaign. In addition to addressing your audience appropriately, solidifying your goal now will help your social ad campaign run a whole lot smoother for the rest of this process. I've mentioned this in other videos, but if you're new here, I'll say it again. Social ad platforms design their campaign objectives on the back end by goal. So looking at Facebook's objectives, for example, if you choose the conversion campaign, Facebook is going to deliver the ad to people within your selected audience who are the most likely to not only click, but also convert. Whereas if you choose the engagement campaign and select post engagement, Facebook is going to show the ad to people within your audience who are most likely to engage with your ad, but nothing more. I've seen so many new advertisers start off on the wrong foot by selecting the engagement campaign or even the traffic campaign, when what they really want is website sales or lead form completions. You're already doing yourself a disservice from the start if you choose the wrong campaign, because you're telling Facebook you want something different from what you really want because you've selected the wrong objective. And this applies to all social ad platforms, not just Facebook. So that's why this step is so important, both for understanding how to address your target audience as well as for the technical side of things and setting up your campaign correctly. All right, so then moving on to step 5, make a list of your target audience's goals and pain points. All right, show of hands, who is tired of me talking about goals and pain points on this channel? If your hand isn't raised, you haven't seen enough of our videos, so get on that. But to quickly summarize for some of the new viewers, you want to put yourself in your customer's shoes and make a list of problems they want to solve or goals they want to achieve as it relates to your product or service. Because ultimately, you don't sell a product or service, you sell a solution. For example, in the instance of Target's delivery service, where they deliver your Target orders same day from your local Target store to your door, they're solving their customers' pain points of not having enough time to go to the store themselves and shop on their own, or of wanting to continue staying home as much as possible amid everything going on since 2020. They're selling convenience and time saved. So if they were to create an advertisement about that, it would be better to start with something like, not enough time in the day to get grocery shopping done? can, place your same-day Target order from your phone and have it delivered to your door within 2 hours. As opposed to something like, our Target delivery service has been awarded 5 stars in XYZ magazine. See the difference? Making a list of your audience's G's and P's will help guide you in what message to create your ads around. Which brings us to step 6, make the ads. You want to create social media ads that address your audience's needs and paint your product or service as the solution. You'll also want to reflect on step 4, where you decided what your goal and offer was going to be for these ads. So you'll want to marry the two, addressing your audience by need and giving them a CTA aligned with your goal. Now, as far as how to actually create the ads, we have a whole graphic design and photography playlist I'm going to point you towards for that. It has tutorials on how to make video animations and more, all for free with Canva. And again, look at our playlist by platform for tutorials on how to set up ad campaigns for the platform you're working within. But the important thing I want you to take away from this step for this video is that at its core, your ad needs to address your audience with something they care about if you're going to stop them mid-scroll. All the fancy video ad creatives and clever technical setups within Ads Manager won't matter if you're talking about something your audience does not care about. So be smart and intentional with your messaging here. In fact, comment below and tell me one pain point or goal you can address that will get your customers' attention. All right, moving on to step 7, A/B split test ads. A/B split testing is where you test multiple ads or ad sets out at the same time with one variable changed among them to see what performs best. So this could look like running the same exact ad to 3 different audiences to see which audience responds best. And this can also look like running 5 different ads to one audience to see which ad performs best. If you only ever run 1 or 2 ads to the same audience, you're going to be left frustrated wondering why you're not seeing scalable results. That's why if you work with a digital marketing agency like LYFE Marketing, you'll see us using extensive A/B split testing in our clients' campaigns so we can find that working combination to drive the most results at the lowest cost. This includes everything from testing multiple cold audiences, which are people who have never heard of your business before, to setting up retargeting audiences, lookalike audiences, and more. My Facebook ads targeting video shows you how to set up all of those audiences, but the important thing to take away here is that you can't put all your eggs in one basket with one audience or one ad and expect results. You need to test multiple ads, multiple audiences, and look at your campaigns in the form of a funnel. All right, so once you've got some ads set up and running, it's time for step 8, which is to optimize and simplify. If you're A/B split testing ads appropriately, you will find that some ads or audiences do not work. They don't drive results, or they do, but at a really high cost. You don't want to leave those ads and ad sets running because they'll continue to drive up your cost per result. You'll want to cut those ads off so that your budget can then be reallocated to the ads that are performing well. And the ads that are performing well will change over time. So this is an ongoing process that you'll want to remain on top of after your ads have been running for a while. And I say after a while because at the same time, you don't want to make changes too early. I talked about this in my How to Create Facebook Ads video, but Facebook has what's called a learning phase. That, in short, is a designated period for Facebook's machine learning to gather data about your ad. And every time you make an edit or change to the ad or ad set, you reset the learning phase. This prolongs the learning phase, which is there to help Facebook find and deliver your ad to people who are most likely to convert. So every time you make it start over, you're doing yourself a disservice. So you'll want to wait until your ads are out of the learning phase or have received 50 optimization events within a 7-day period to start making changes. The other tip I have for you in this step is to check out my video on digital marketing tools to see how to make the execution process of all of this easier with programs that we use as a digital marketing agency. That video will give you tools to help make tracking and optimizing your results easier and faster. All right, and then lastly, moving on to step 9, rinse, wash, and repeat with other platforms. Going back to step 1, if you had any other social media platforms that were a strong second in target audience population, it may be beneficial for you to advertise on that platform as well. Of course, take your advertising budget into account first. You don't want to stretch yourself too thin financially or in terms of time and labor. But at the very least, clean up your accounts on those platforms, make sure they're completed and pointing to your website if nothing else. All right, that wraps up my 9-step social media advertising tutorial. Please like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe. I'm watching y'all. And hit that notification bell and I will see you in the next video.